What's up, people? This is We Had Edition, your favorite host, Trill Quack. And we finally got the collab, finally got the connection, the duo of the century, man. Your host, Trill Quack, and my new co host, Stroud, man. Introduce yourself to the people.
All right, so I'm Stroud. As he said, went to college with Marquette up at Frostburg. We've been trying to get this thing underway for a minute now. We've been talking about it, but now that we both out of school, it kind of our schedules align a little bit better. So we're gonna try to get this going as much as we can. When we drop episodes, we're gonna try to touch on college football, college basketball when that season come around. We're gonna try to give you everything. We're just gonna set up here and talk ball. So I'm excited to get going. Uh, Excited to see what we already do.
For sure, for sure. Now that, we one of the biggest college platforms, a lot of people know your teams, college basketball, college football.
College basketball, college football. So my dad, he from Louisville, so I grew up a big Louisville football, Louisville basketball fan. So I'm all things Louisville. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie, football, you won't really hear me talk too much, taking like big takes. I know we coming up on the football touch side, but basketball, Louisville basketball, you gonna hear me make some crazy takes here in the coming future. So it's coming, it's coming.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Well, let's get right into it, man. Well, this the preseason, off season of college football is around the corner, and it's time for the rankings. So we're gonna do the top five rankings of this season. Go back and forth with
Okay,
the list.
okay.
You first at number five.
All right, number five, I like Old Miss. I'm a big fan of Lane Kiffin. Come from the Nick Saban coaching tree. He's been a couple stops, didn't work out, but I think what he's doing with Ole Miss, he's doing a lot of great things with Ole Miss. I think the X factor going to be Jackson Dart. They're going to be in the SEC. It's going to be a lot more different. A couple different teams that got added to the SEC. You got to sling it because it's going to be a lot of good quarterback playing in the SEC. It's going to be a lot of good defense. So Jackson Dart going to be they key piece this coming year.
For sure, for sure. I like Ole Miss. They was at six for me. At five, I got Oregon. Big fan of Dan Lanning. I love what he's building over there. He's very bought in to Oregon. He had a chance to go to be the successor to Alabama, but chose to stay at Oregon. Their receiver core is crazy. Ted Johnson, Trishawn Holden, Evan Stewart, and I think Dalen Gabriel will be the key factor because he's like a point guard type of quarterback, and I think their offense fit, his style of play. That's
Right.
fine.
So that you got Oregon at five. I got Oregon at my four. Like you said, the wide receiver room, that might be the fastest wide receiver room we've seen in a minute. That might be like Texas from last year. They're gonna be throwing it up and down the field. But like you said, Dylan Gabriel, it's not gonna be they're not gonna need Dylan Gabriel to win games. I think that Dylan Gabriel's gonna be out there not trying to lose games. So he's gonna be more of a game. I think he'll be more of a game manager quarterback, but he's been there. He's played in the Big 12 last year. He's played a lot of meaningful football. He's been in college for a while. So I think Oregon at four. I like Oregon right there at four.
Four for me, I had Bama. I'm still on the Bama train. I think Dabo is a winner. He had a crazy stat like 68 and 2 or 3 in his last 3 seasons. I think what we seen him do with Washington last year, take them to the national championship, and what he did with Penix was crazy. And I think he could do even better with Miro with his, running ability, throwing power. It's just that Bama way. I think is still going to be there. Although Nick Saban is gone, I think Bama's still going to be Bama.
Right. Okay. Bam will probably be my six. I like the new coach. I think they're gonna do good. I think these my top five just has a little bit more stability, especially up top. But I think Jalen Murray he's gonna have a great season. He definitely gonna be in the Heisman running. So he gonna have some stats. I'm not gonna lie, and they're gonna let him air it out too. They ain't gonna be like it was last year. I don't think
Yeah,
we're gonna be running the ball 17,
right.
18 times. I think he'll be throwing it. I think he can be throwing it.
For sure.
So my three, this is my sleeper. No, it might not be a sleeper. Sleeping giant. I'll say a sleeping giant. I think Texas. I like Texas. Steve Sarkisian, another person from the playing. I mean Nick Saban coaching tree. He's coached a lot of high level games, so he knows what he has to do. Quinn Ewers, obviously they're going to be their X factor, especially with T.J. Baxter Jr. going down this past week. They're gonna lean on him big time to throw that ball. So he gonna have to be healthy. He gonna have to stay healthy. That's my only knock on him. He kind of get hurt a little bit too much, but if he stay healthy, I think Texas in for another great season.
Me too. I agree. I got Texas as my three. Also, like you said, Quinn Ewers. And I had in my notes offensive firepower. I think that the offensive firepower would be too much for most teams. Their designs and schemes line up perfectly with their receivers. And I think Isaiah Bond will be a top five receiver
That's he
this
he
season.
he was eating last year with Jalen Milroe only throwing the ball 17 times a game.
Right,
He
agree.
going
Agree. Now him
he's
over
gonna get
there.
off this year.
Yeah.
He might be a Biletnikoff award winner at the end of the season with that many.
Maybe
He gonna have a lot of
a
volume. He gonna have a lot of volume.
lot of targets. I agree. I agree.
My two. I don't like them at two because they the last couple of years they ain't been living up to
Uh,
expectation. I got Ohio State at two. I
meh.
think the running back room is crazy.
Same.
Quishon Junkins, obviously, I was a big fan of his at Ole Miss before all the college football game, the
Yeah,
hype. I was at Ole Miss. He was 1,000 yard runner. A lot of people don't know that. And then they got Travion Henderson. He was just under 1,000 last year. I think he had like 926 or something like that. I looked up before. He had like 11 touchdowns. That might be a running back room that get probably 2,000 combined. They both might end up with a band at the end of the season. So
sure.
I think they're gonna be good. And then they quarterback Will Howard this coming year, right?
Yeah, well, Howard
From
from Kansas
Kansas
State.
State.
Yep, yep.
I think he gonna be he remind me a little bit of Dylan Gabriel. He's not gonna go win you a game, but he's gonna win football games. So I think they're gonna be at two. And then especially with them not having to worry about the team up north this year. Well, I don't think they're having to worry about the team up north this year. I think Michigan will have a little fall off. I think
Telling
Ohio State. I think the Big Ten gonna be theirs for the taking. Them in Oregon. So I'm big on
sure.
Ohio State
I agree. I got Ohio State at two. In my notes here, I got too talented. They got talent everywhere, bringing in Caleb
everywhere,
Down,
every position.
bringing back Emeka Abua, like you
I
said,
didn't
the
even
running
mention
back,
him. He's gonna get off too. Yeah,
and then bringing in five-star Jeremiah Smith, bringing back
they
Denzel
got a
Wade,
roster.
bringing back JT at the DN spot. I think, and they brought in a lot of these guys, like I just named, could have went to the league, but they chose to come back because they still feel as though some left on the table. They still
Unfinished business, right?
unfinished business. And I think a key, Ryan Day been only the head coach. Last year he was the offensive coordinator as
He was
well.
he was calling both. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
Chip Kelly, right?
not going Chip Kelly. So
I'm curious to see how the players buy into Chip Kelly because you see Deshaun Jackson and LaShawn McCoy, and they sound so
I
good, but
think
it's different though. Obviously, coaching college players and coaching grown men, so
I
he
agree.
had success
I
in
think
college before, so he'll be all right.
that's gonna be a
But I
good
have a
key.
question. I got a question for you. Think they don't? Obviously, they're probably gonna be a playoff team, but if they don't make a run in the playoff, do you think that's it for Ryan Day?
I think so. I think they have to make. I think they have to make next championship game. This
I
roster, like I said, is
sheesh.
too talented. I think they have to make the national championship game.
I think if they, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Have
It might be. It's tough to ask you to ask somebody of that, but like especially with the landscape of college football and NIL, players going everywhere now, but you haven't won anything yet. And you've
right.
been there, I think it's like 4 or 5. I think he's been there a while. He hasn't really won anything. So, but we're gonna see how I do. Like you said, he's not the offensive coordinator anymore, so that'll be a little bit off his back. But at the same time, it'd be a little bit more. Give the offense a little bit more. I think Chip Kelly gonna scheme up some things, especially with them two running backs. They gonna be out on offense, and we know they defense every year, top 5 defense. So,
For sure. For sure.
all right, my number one. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Until somebody knock him off the throne, it's
For sure.
Georgia.
For sure. I
Uh,
agree.
every they like you said with Ohio State, it's too talented not to be up there. And they returned Carson Beck. I'm not the biggest Carson Beck guy, but he's played a lot of SEC football,
Yes.
and the people around him who play a lot of SEC football. You know they're going to send 11 to the draft next year. First
Yeah.
3 rounds are going to have 11 players drafted. They're going to be tough to handle. I'm not going to like you said with Ohio State, he's got too much talent. And until somebody knocked them off the pedestal, it's always going to be Georgia. Uh, Kirby Smart. What they went 12-0 last year, and then I think the only loss was to Alabama in the chip. So I think, and they got snubbed last year from the playoff. They had a case for the playoff last year. They got snubbed. So I think this year it might be ugly for whoever come in contact with Georgia. I think week one they play Clemson and Mercedes Benz. Yeah, so I think whoever come in contact with Georgia this year, they're gonna be upset about it. I think it's a obviously it's gonna be like a three-man race top the SEC, Georgia, Texas, Bama. So and they're gonna be beating up on each other in the regular season too. So I think like I said, Ole Miss in my top five. So I think Ole Miss gonna be up there too. SEC gonna be great football this year.
For sure, for sure. I got Georgia as my number one also. Kirby Smart. He may be on his way to be like the next Nick Saban. I think he came from that tree also. So they're gonna get all the top five. If you want to go to the league, you know you going to Georgia. Especially
Georgia.
playing O line or D line and backers. You going Georgia's the way. So like you said, somebody until somebody dethrone them as number one, they gotta be number one every year.
I didn't even realize that I forgot Kirby Smart from the Saban tree. Saban guy was that's three people in our top 10 from his tree. So yeah, I mean that's the greatest coach to ever do it. So I think it's gonna be an exciting year for college football, especially with the 12 team playoff and then the realignment with the conference. I think it's gonna be an exciting year.
I agree. I agree. Next, we got we're gonna do top three Heisman. Who you think should be in the Heisman? Votes or candidates to win Heisman. I go first this time. At three, I got Luther Burden, wide receiver of Missouri. I think his targets, catches, his yards, tutties, all that gonna be too much to keep him out of, and I think Missouri's gonna be hopefully top 10, think a playoff team at minimum, I believe. So him being a big factor in that, I think will put him in the Heisman candidates in the Heisman race.
Okay. So my three, I like the Luther Burton pick. I think it's not order or anything, but I'm just going my three Heisman candidates. Like I said, Quinn Ewers, he's gonna have to throw it. He's gonna be throwing it. Like he's gonna get a lot of volume. I think he'll throw it like 45, 50 times a game, and he's gonna be slinging it. He's gonna be slinging it. So I think he's gonna be definitely he definitely gonna be there. We're gonna be debating between him and two other guys. See their name called that night. So I think Quentin Ewers is probably definitely my first pick.
For sure, for sure. Ewers is my second, I would say. Like I said, his volume of throwing the ball, the talent, then they're gonna be winning. I think that's always a big factor. I think really Jalen Daniels last year was a very rare exception. Winning the Heisman and not really been on the winning team. So with them winning, him being a big reason, I think gonna have him in there for sure.
Okay, and then my two, you touched on him a little bit. Jalen Milrow. I think the ball offense is gonna give him a lot of freedom. So he's not gonna be just a runner this year. Like I said, he's gonna do a little bit of everything. He's gonna run. He's gonna throw. I think he's gonna make a step in his progressions as a passer. I think he's gonna start pushing the ball downfield a little bit more. They still got weapons. Obviously, they brought in some guys from the portal, but they still got weapons. I think he'll end up being. I think he'll be a guy that has like he might do 25 passing touchdowns or something. He might do 25 pass touchdowns, like another 10 on the ground or something. I think he gonna be a true dual threat this year. He gonna have all the numbers. So he
Sure,
that's my
sure.
second pick.
Yeah. That's my number one. I'm big on Miro plus the Debo duo. I think that's a match made in heaven. And two, like you said, he's gonna be a official dual threat with them winning. Hopefully, a lot of eyes gonna be on him for sure. So we want to see how Miro will do and how the ball will take over for Saban.
Okay, my pick. It might seem a little crazy, but think I think Shador gonna be in the running this year. I think he
Ooh,
got a chance to be in the running this year. I think he's gonna do it. Just if because he's extremely accurate. They beefed up the O line. He's not gonna be getting. I think I seen something absurd. It was either he got sacked or knocked down like 60 times last year.
Yeah, I believe
He
so.
was on
Probably
his
not that.
backside a lot. He was on his backside a lot last year. That's not gonna happen this year. He's gonna be upright. He's gonna be throwing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Colorado is gonna be winning. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit,
Sure.
but I don't know. I don't know, but I think he'll have the stats to be there. I
Okay.
think he'll have the stats to be at least in the running for a couple of weeks. Like they're gonna be talking about, okay, Shador, we need to start taking a look at him. Even though Colorado might not be exceeding or reaching expectations, I think Shador has a case. I think he has a case to be there.
Okay. Okay. I like that. That.
I want to ask one more though. If not Shador, Carson Beck. I mean, not let me put some respect on
Okay.
Carson Beck name.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
Carson Beck will have a huge year. I think Carson Beck will have a huge year. So if not Shador, then Carson Beck.
Okay. I agree. I think Carson will have a good year. I don't think his numbers will be enough for Heisman. I think they would say their defense or their run game is the reason. So
He got a lot of talent around him, so because he's not going to do everything. So he'll,
yeah.
he'll definitely if he's in the Heisman race, it'll be off of blowing teams out the water every single week.
Hmm. But that kind of leads us to last segment of the episode. Colorado expectations this year. Last year they was a hype team, the hype train. Started off the season hot, 3-0, and then failed and ended 4-8. Only won 4 games. Dion was the new coach. All the eyes was on them. All celebrities were there. Every game was rocking, but they failed expectations. Most would say. So this season is a big question. What they gonna do? Like I said, they beat up the O line. They brought in, I think, the most um, transfer guys. Brought in a lot of transfers. Dion focused on the portal more than including freshmen. So during his last season, Travis in his junior year, the receiver core is nice to me. So what's they expectations? Me, I would
My
say,
oh, go ahead. My fault. My bad. My bad. Go ahead.
I would say, last year they won 4 games. I think they get 4 more. I think they get 4 more.
Four
So that,
more on top of that last total.
yeah, last. So I think
Okay,
they get eight this year. I'm not sure if they get them in the playoffs or what. I think the O line was a tremendous last year. Uh, and O line and D line was a tremendous this last year. And
you got to win in the trenches. They definitely went out and made them additions. So I definitely agree with what you're saying there.
so I think 4 more is they. I think that's about they. No, I want to say 7. I would say 4 more wins they floor.
Four more. So that's about what's that like 8-4? I guess probably eight
Eight.
and four. I think that's we play about 12 games in the regular season.
Yep.
Um, Look, I'm a big Dion guy. I love Dion. I like Shador. I like Travis Hunter.
Hmm.
I don't see 8 wins on this schedule. I
Okay.
don't see it, bro. I see much of the same from last year happening again. They first
Uh-huh.
3 weeks they start out with Colorado, Nebraska, a rivalry game, and then Colorado State, a rivalry game. I think they'll start off hot again. I think they'll
Right.
be 3-0 to start the year. That North Dakota State game to start the year though might be a trap game.
I don't think
That
so.
FCS powerhouse. It might be a trap game. It might be a trap game. And look, it's gonna be like you said. Stars gonna be out, and I think that's that. At this point, if you go to Colorado, like if I'm going here, it's gonna be a sold out crowd every single night. We in Boulder. The stars gonna be here. LeBron gonna be there. Uh, Drewski gonna be there. Everybody gonna be there. So I,
Right.
I think they're going. I think they're gonna thrive under the lights. I
Hmm.
don't. I think with them switching to the Big 12. I think it's going to be a little tough. I see week 4 they play Baylor at home. I think I like them at Baylor too. I do like them over Baylor. But
Okay.
then as they get deep into the year, week 5 they play UCF. So I think I can see them starting off 5-0. But
Okay.
after that it gets tough. It gets tight. They play Kansas State week 7. Obviously Kansas
Okay.
State lost pieces, but they brought in some pieces.
Uh-huh.
Week 8 Arizona. They got to go to Arizona. I don't know if they win that one.
Yeah, I
I'm not
agree.
sure.
For sure. I like
Cincinnati
Cincinnati.
coming to town. I like Cincinnati, but I think Colorado might get Cincinnati. So I think I'm at what six
Yeah, I
wins
like
right
the
now.
one. I like yeah, 6 wins.
But then then it gets tough for them. They play Texas Tech, Colorado, Kansas, and Oklahoma State.
That's a
They might go
tough
1-3 in them games.
yeah,
They might go
yeah,
1-3 in them games.
they might. That's a
Utah
tough
got Rising coming back. It's his 7th year. He's not
yeah.
he's not going out sweet. He's not going out sweet. Kansas bring back Jalen Daniels and I forget the running back's name, but he's a threat.
Neil.
And then Oklahoma State, yeah, uh-huh. And then Oklahoma State got Ollie Gordon. I wasn't thinking about his name for Heisman. He's gonna be up there. He's gonna be touching the ball. He's gonna be getting
All
that
is
ball.
crazy.
He
All is crazy.
he gonna be getting that ball. So Ali gonna be a threat in the Big 12. So I think Colorado might go 7-6, maybe. If they win all the games they're supposed to, I can see 8-4.
Right.
But I think 7-5 probably where I'm more comfortable having them right now.
I think I believe the Baylor game will tell their season. If they beat Baylor like convincingly, okay, they're for real. Or if they,
I
maybe
agree.
they're slip by or lose closely, then maybe they're going to be good maybe this season, but they're not, ready to really compete at a national championship level.
I agree with that because Baylor football not what it used to be. You got to win that game. You got to win. I'm not knocking Baylor, but I think you got to win that game, like you said, pretty convincingly.
Yeah,
Especially like this your first, it's your first Big 12 game. You have to set
yeah,
the tone.
yeah,
You have to set the tone. So I think obviously, like you said, they made the changes they needed to at the position they needed. They got to win in the trenches, and
yeah,
then but I am excited. I do want to say in the Big 12, the Big 12 they airing it out. That's why I pushed the door in my Heisman running. They're gonna be throwing the ball around the field. So I'm excited to see how Travis Hunter he going to his 3rd year. I'm excited to see how he progresses. I think Shador he gonna have a great season, but I think it's really dependent on their defense and their O line again. Because if you're giving up points and your quarterback not standing up, it's tough to win games.
I agree. I agree. I think it's a big year for Dion to show that he's not just for the lights and cameras, but he's a true coach and he want to win. And then next year is going to be crazy because we won't really see was he there for Shador and Travis or is Colorado really
Right.
his home. So but this year is big
So
though,
would you say?
especially.
Go ahead. You said this year's big.
Yeah, I was
Would
saying
you
this
say
year is
that
big.
if they, you think that if they go, let's say 7-5, like I said, do you think obviously just Shador? I don't think he has no more eligibility left, and then Travis, he got one more year, but 9 times out of 10, I don't think he's staying. Do you think Dion stays or well, I don't think obviously they wouldn't get rid of Dion. They won 0 games, 1 game before he came. But
Right.
do you think that he'll be on the hot seat per se next year?
I don't think he's on a hot seat. This is from a business standpoint. The amount of
Right.
money,
Yeah, revenue right. Yeah, yeah. Right. You're right. You're
amount
right.
of money he's
He's
bringing
bringing
in.
up. He changing the culture for sure. He got people like whoever was going to Boulder to watch a college Colorado football game.
Right. No,
People was barely going to Utah Jazz games. People was not Utah Jazz. People was barely going to Broncos games. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
know they wasn't going to I know they wasn't going to Colorado Buffalo games. So he definitely changing the culture. He brought a lot more eyes to Colorado football. We like
yeah.
2 years ago we would never been talking about Colorado football.
Never.
Never. But I think I don't know. It's kind of tough. Hmm.
So
I don't think they'll ever get rid of Dion. I think Dion will walk away.
I
What
agree.
it end up being
So their line with 6.5. Would you say what? Over or under?
6.5. Looking at their schedule, I give them over. I like them for 7.
Okay.
But a couple of these games could go either way. It depends. If they get caught out team from last year, they could go either way.
They
But I
can.
think, like you said, that Baylor game, I think we'll get a real sense of the team they're going to be for the season. Because North Dakota State, are they? I don't. They still FCS team, correct?
They are, but they're not as dominant as they were about 3, 4
Right.
years ago. Everybody says.
And then Nebraska, they got the freshmen starting at quarterback, so they're not going to be the same. They're not going to be like a
They still
true like tough
Good.
test.
But I
They're
like,
gonna be a good team.
yeah, I agree.
A good team, but it's still a freshman at quarterback. I think his that might still be the lights might be a little too bright for him in his second game, or maybe his first game. And then Colorado State, they should win that game. But like you said, that Baylor game, we're gonna get a sense of what type team they're gonna be. And then I think I like them for seven. I like them for 7 wins.
I agree. I agree. 5-0 should be the start. I think 5-0 will give them a lot of confidence, a lot of they're feeling proud. Okay, we're for real. We're not just for lights and the cameras, but we're
Right.
trying to win. Real ball games.
Yeah. I think 5-0 is the minimum. Like if you drop one, it has to be like a last second type of thing, like a true breakdown of it. Got to be the ref's fault or something. You can't lose a game. You can't lose it like Colorado State. Like I feel like you have to blow them out this year.
Yes.
Last
Yeah.
year, y'all was in the game. You have to blow Colorado State out this year. Like you have no choice. You have to blow them out. And then
Definitely.
I've noticed also looking at their schedule, they got a lot of at least right now, at least the games at half times, they have a lot of games that are like prime time games for the East Coast. Last year they was playing late.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
year they played Colorado State. It was like 1 o'clock, I think, when the game got over. This year
Yeah.
they was in that Pac-12 schedule. This year they're going to be on TV. Everybody's going to be watching. Everybody's going to be talking about them. So it's going to
Mhm.
be a lot of eyes. It's going to be a lot of pressure. I think, like I said, Shador and Travis Hunter, those guys are ready for it. So
I agree. I love Travis. Both sides of the ball should do. Like I say, accuracy is crazy, but we shall see. So I think 7 is the floor. 7 games is the floor.
definitely, I agree.
But that's all we had today for you people. I appreciate all those that tuned in. Please subscribe. Leave you guys top 5 teams in the comments. Heisman candidates or even Colorado expectations you believe. I'm Trill, your host, new host, new
And
co-host.
I'm Stroud, new co-host. Like you said, like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna try to keep this coming. We're gonna try to get an episode out to you every week if we can. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna run it up. We're gonna have a great season. College football right around the corner. I know people excited, people happy. I think it's gonna be a great year for college football. So me and Troquette gonna be here. So looking forward to it.
We here. Y'all know what it is. We watch games, not box scores. Peace.
We watch games, not box scores.